Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about the longer version of This Is Fate. Prithvi was scared, thinking that he doesn't know Preeta's next move because Preeta has started defeating him. So let's continue. It is Mahesh's birthday celebration party. Preeta is working and Nagre enters the party, and Preeta welcomes Nagre to the party. Preeta asks that why does Nagre seem tensed, but it doesn't matter as long as he is doing her work. Preeta points towards Prithvi, for whom Nagre desires to work, but she never wanted it, and she always desires for Nagre to work for her, which Nagre is doing, so it is brilliant. Nagre replies that Preeta knows why he is working for her. Preeta explains that it is because if Nagre doesn't work for her, then she is going to reveal Nagre's truth, which is safe with her. But today, it is not about that, and Nagre should enjoy the party, and if he feels like meeting Prithvi, then he can go ahead. Nagre signals to Prithvi, and Prithvi coming to Nagre blames him to be a deceiver, and he says that if Nagre thinks about it, then he would forget if he is a lawyer. Nagre replies that he feels that Preeta is planning something big, which even they do not know about. Raki is helping Mahesh get dressed, and Grandma comes with the pani saying that she has made it with her own hands, and she says that if Mahesh remembers that he used to like it before going to school, Grandma praises Mahesh saying that he is looking charming. Grandma applies black ticker on Mahesh, and Mahesh asks Grandma not to give him such comment since Raki would then not feel nice, and she believes her son is more handsome. Raki is tensed. Karan thinks that Mahesh doesn't know that he was in the basement, and he fears what if something wrong happens. However, he just prays that everything gets sorted. Mahesh asks Raki that who is more handsome between her husband or her own son. Karan entering the room says that her wife's son is more handsome since he is also the son of Mahesh, and he tries to hug Mahesh, but Mahesh gets tensed, so Grandma helps Mahesh sit down and he eats the pani. Raki asks that why has Karan not gotten ready, assuring him that everything will be fine including Mahesh. Karan prays that his dad gets healthy and he hugs him once again. Karan is getting ready in the room and he tries to wear the coat, but he is not able to. Preeta enters the room and she asks Karan to stand still as she is helping him, but Karan turns so they both fall on the bed. Preeta says that she asked Karan to stand still and Karan is just looking at her and he is not able to take his eyes off Preeta. Karan lifts the hairs that have come on Preeta's face. Preeta is also just staring at Karan, recalling the beautiful memories that she has with him, while he is also just thinking about the same. Preeta after a while tries to get up, but Karan pushes her, so Preeta falls into the bed once again, and Karan keeps on lying down in the same position. Preeta closes her eyes, and Karan tries to get close to Preeta. Prithvi says to Nagre that now he understands what Nagre is doing here and why was Preeta talking with him so nicely, which is why she called Nagre to the party, and after threatening to expose Nagre, then she made him come to her side. But he is not understanding, because when Preeta can hire any other lawyer, then why did she hire Nagre knowing that he is corrupt? Nagre tells Prithvi that Preeta knows that one has to be clever even in corruption, which is why Preeta hired him, and he has to perform his best, otherwise no one will give him the money he is demanding, and he cannot ruin his career while he is just trying to ruin Preeta, and he needs to be on his best. Nagre says that he feels that Preeta is a really clever person and she is doing her best, and he has even heard that Preeta has incited the same judge and the lawyer who declared Mahesh as a mad person. Prithvi explains that if they both come here, then it will be really wrong for him. Nagre says that he cannot understand what Preeta really wants, and Prithvi says that he knows what Preeta wants, and Preeta only wants to ruin him. Karan stands up laughing out loud, and he says that he would go and tell everyone about what just happened, and they are going to laugh at Preeta. Preeta says that if Karan says this, then she would also say that Karan came out of the bathroom without clothes. Karan says that Preeta is lying and this never happened, and he always wears his clothes. Karan says that a black crow would bite Preeta because she is lying. Preeta says that even then everyone would laugh, but Karan asks if Preeta is blackmailing him, but Preeta replies that she is offering a deal. Binge entering the room asks Shriti if she has gotten ready. Shriti replies that she just needs 5 minutes. Binge thinks that she has enough time to start drinking the cough syrup, wondering why do people say that alcohol is not nice because just 2 zips of it causes a lot of calmness. Shruti suddenly comes out and Grandma asks that why did she come out early. Shruti says that she was trying to tie a zip but she was not able to do it, so she thought that she would ask BJ. BJ asks that why do they have such clothes made which they cannot tie themselves. Shruti replies that it is because they can ask their sweet grandma who would help them with their soft hands. Preeta says to Karan that she doesn't want to say anything, but if Karan doesn't, then she would also remain quiet. Karan replies that but what Preeta will say is a lie. However, Karan is telling the truth. Preeta says that so what, it will only make a fun story, and she was not scared. And Karan asking about what Preeta said kisses Preeta on her cheek. Preeta recalls when Karan kissed her in the past and Karan rushes out, saying that Preeta turned, which was good. Otherwise, it would have been a lip-to-lip kiss. Preeta started feeling shy and Preeta standing in front of the mirror refused to be romantic since she has to finish her tasks. Otherwise, she would not be able to do anything. Preeta rubs her face standing in front of the mirror, recalling her mission to help the Lutras. Shruti comes to BG asking her to zip her dress. BG thinks that if she goes close to Shruti, then Shruti will know that she has drank her cough syrup and she will then tell everyone about it. So she is going to go away and let Shruti be like this with her zip. Shruti after a while asks that what is BG doing there and she should zip her dress while not standing there. And Shruti doesn't know that it is Samru who has come close to her and is about to zip her dress, but she suddenly says that it is tickling and she feels that it is her grandma, so she asks that why is she not saying anything. Then she eventually finds a mala and she turns, but she is shocked to see Samru. Shruti asks that what is Samru doing in her room since she never asked him to come. Samru replies that she herself asked him to come, but Shruti replies that she can take care of herself, but she once again says that she doesn't need Samru's help, and Samru leaves from the room. Nagre asks that why does Prithvi think that this will be the truth and that Preeta wants to ruin him. Nagre explains that he is Prithvi Malhotra, so he cannot be ruined, and it is not possible since the only way it can be ruined is if the family throws him out of the house, but it is only possible if Mahesh becomes healthy, and he knows that Mona was thrown out of the house, but Prithvi can hire someone else like Mona once again. Prithvi explains that ever since he hired Nagre, he has always taken the side of his enemies, but now he has taken his side. Prithvi pours some more drink. Nagre explains that now Prithvi needs to be more careful and alert about his surroundings, and he should know whatever they are planning against him. Sherlyn, coming from behind, explains that she also feels the same and that Preeta is just trying to scare them, which is why Preeta asks the judge to come and attend the party. Sherlyn leaves and she sees Karan coming. Nagre requests if he can ask Prithvi a private question. Prithvi at first denies, then he later agrees. Nagre asks that how does he manage to keep his relationship hidden from the entire family. Prithvi explains that because he is a smart person and due to his smartness, he is able to fool everyone. Nagre started smiling. Karan enters the party and some guests takes photos with him. Natasha comes complimenting Karan for his good looks and she asks him that why does he not compliment her, and Karan replies that Natasha is also looking pretty. Natasha tries to get close to Karan, but Preeta is really angry saying this, and Preeta coming to them asks Karan that why does Karan not tell Natasha about what was going on in the room. Preeta says that Karan is so naughty and he held her hand and kissed her after pulling her, which is why she is angry with him, since a lot of guests have come to attend the party and one should have a little humility. Preeta leaves both Karan and Natasha, and Karan also goes after Preeta. Natasha wonders what was Preeta saying since she thought that they were both fighting and she cannot understand their relationship. Karan rushes after Preeta asking that why did Preeta tell Natasha about what happened in the room. Preeta asks if Karan did not kiss her. Karan replies that it was supposed to be between them both since they are husband and wife, and Preeta is now going to tease him with it. Preeta explains that it is good because now Natasha will tease Karan with her name and she will not try to join her own name. Karan asks that why would Natasha do that. Preeta explains that she is already doing it. Karan asks that why is Preeta so jealous, and Preeta tries to leave, but Karan stops her. asking that why does Preeta act like this whenever someone comes near him. Preeta explains that she is not a little girl, but the fact is that Karan is in her possession since she is the owner of this house, and if they look at it in any other way, even then, no one can come close to Karan. Karan asks if Preeta is jealous, but Preeta denies it. Raki and Grandma accompany Mahesh downstairs and seeing Mahesh, everyone started wishing him happy birthday. Kritika asks Mahesh and Mahesh immediately asks if there will be a cake. Grandma explains that Mahesh is the same as before since he only cares about the cake. Mahesh seeing Karan goes to him. He corrects the dress of Karan before finally hugging him. Karan started crying since he had not been able to hug his father since the past 2 years. Karan wipes off his tears and Mahesh asks that why is Karan crying. Karan replies that it is just because today is Mahesh's birthday, so he is happy. Preeta is not able to control herself seeing that Mahesh is getting better, so she quickly goes away from there to hide her emotions. Mahesh then asks about Preeta, and hearing this, everyone gets tensed and Karan leaves to bring Preeta. Mahesh calls everyone, revealing that Karan has gone to bring Preeta. The Luthra family are standing and the judge walks in. Raki signals to Karina, so they all go to greet him. The judge shakes hands with Mahesh, wishing him happy birthday, and seeing this, Prithvi and Nagre are shocked, and Prithvi asks that what is this drama, since he said that the judge will not come, but seeing his mood, it seems that the judge has come to celebrate. Preeta is standing at the balcony crying, and she thinks that now the blame on Mahesh will surely be ended since Mahesh is going to be fine. Karan sees Preeta from behind and he taps her 2 times, but Preeta doesn't respond, and Karan asks that why did Preeta not turn. Preeta explains that because she knew that it would only be Karan, and Karan in excitement thanks Preeta. Preeta asks that why did Karan thank her so easily. Karan replies that it is only because of his father since he hugged him today because of Preeta, and he doesn't know how long his father will remain like this, but till that time, he is really happy. Karan hugs Preeta, who also feels like hugging Karan back, but then she controls her emotions and Karan, realizing it, also pulls back. Karan explains that he doesn't like Preeta, but instead, he loves her a lot. Preeta is not able to understand Karan's words. Karan explains that this is the meaning of love, since even they do not like someone, then they are still constantly thinking about that person, and then they were not able to express it. Karan explains that this is love, since they do not know what is going on, but they love each other. Karan sees Binge walking, and he whistles to Binge, asking that where is she going to all alone. Binge explains that she is the one who drank the cough syrup, but it seems like Karan is the one that is under the influence of alcohol, so he is teasing her, and Preeta is going to be jealous. Karan replies that how is it possible, because Binge is the most important in his life and not Preeta. Binge started correcting Karan's dress. Preeta receives a text from Shriti, who explains that the judge and the lawyer has arrived to the party, and Preeta rushes away, while Karan and Binge says that Preeta ran away, so it proves that Preeta is jealous. Prithvi asks Nagre that why did the judge came to this party. Shailin explains that Preeta brought Mahesh out of the basement so that Mahesh can be proved as mentally stable. Prithvi asks that what is Shailin saying, since Preeta is not an idiot, and even if they accept that Preeta is able to prove that Mahesh is mentally stable because of the judge, then he will not be the only one to lose, but also Preeta, since Preeta will not be able to retain her control over the property. Shailin asks that then, Prithvi should tell her why did Preeta call the judge to this party. Prithvi explains that he is asking Nagre, while Shailin at the same time is questioning him, but Shailin should go away because if someone sees them, then it will ruin everything. Prithvi asks Nagre, and Nagre explains that Shailin is not telling anything wrong. Prithvi asks Nagre to think and not to listen to what Shailin is saying, and he should use his own brains. Preeta enters the party. Prithvi asks Nagre to look at Preeta's face and see how there is a smile on it. Preeta is about to walk to the judge, but she is taken away by some guests. Prithvi explains that seeing Preeta's face, it seems that her intentions are not pure. Nagre asks that what is Prithvi going to do now. Prithvi informs Nagre that he is going to light a fire that Preeta will not be able to quench, and Nagre is shocked hearing Prithvi. Alright guys, thank you so much guys for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, share it, and I will see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.